ready to play?
I didn't come to play. I came to win. Now let's play.
First of Frostfall. The trek back towards Fort Dawnguard has been difficult. My eyesight has begun to fade, and now I'm afraid of what this disease is doing to me. The encounter with the vampires went well, but it left its toll on me. I'm not sure how I will continue on. The magic that I try to channel isn't enough. And the potions from the college are no longer working. I have sent Jazargo back in hopes that he may find something, but for now, I must continue on and hope to find some way to defeat these vampires. In the meantime, I have found 2 black soul gems, and I've made some progress on the ritual, but I have neither the souls yet, nor have I forged the armor. I will need aid, but I do not know from whom. What vampires are you here?
We're routed! Fall back!
It was only a matter of time before they would come here. Eastron.
Look at this. I should have known it was only a matter of time before they found us. It's the price we pay for overly recruiting. We'll have to step up our defenses. I don't suppose you have some good news for me.
Not exactly.
Damn. Well, what do you know?
The vampires were looking for a woman trapped in Dim Hollow Crypt.
A woman? Trapped in there? That doesn't make any sense. Who is she? More importantly, where is she?
She is the daughter of a powerful vampire lord.
And so you delivered her to them.
They also have an elder scroll.
They what? And you didn't stop them? You didn't secure the scroll?
I am lucky I even made it out.
Right. So they have this woman and an elder scroll. By the divines. This couldn't get much worse. This is more than you and I can handle.
I'm sure there's something we can do. I may not be in the best condition, but I'm sure we can figure out something.
Well, of course we do. I'm old, not stupid. We're just going to need some help. If they're bold enough to attack us here, then this may be bigger than I thought. I have good men here. But there are people I've met and worked with over the years. We need their skills, their talents, if we're going to survive this. If you can find them, we might have a chance.
All right. Where are they?
Right to the point, aren't you? I like that. Not like those fools in the Order. We should keep it small. Too many people and we'll draw unwanted attention to ourselves. I think we'll want Serene Gerard. Breton girl, whip smart and good with tinkering. Fascination with the Dwemer. Weapons in particular. Last I knew, she was out in the Reach. Convinced she was about to find the biggest dwarven ruins yet.
Good with tinkering. So you say she'll help us?
Might need a little convincing, but she should. You'll also want to find Gunmar. Big brute of a Nord. Hates vampires almost as much as I do. Got it into his head years back that his experience with animals would help. Trolls in particular, from what I hear. Last I knew, he was out scouring Skyrim for more beasts to tame. Bring the two of them back here, and we can get started on coming up with a plan.
All right. Then I'm off.
Watch your back.
I suppose I should look for the girl first. I've always hated the Reach. The girl. Hello.
Just one gyro. One, and I can get back to work. Where are they? You haven't seen a sack full of dwarven gyros lying around, have you? I'd swear I left it right here. Do you think mud crabs might have taken it? I saw one the other day. Wouldn't be surprised if it followed me here. Well, just look around, will you?
Isran asked me to find you.
Isran? Wants me? No, you must be mistaken. He made it exceedingly clear the last time we spoke that he had no interest in my help. I find it hard to believe he's changed his mind. He said some very hurtful things to me before I left. Anyway, I'm quite happy in my current pursuits. So if you'll excuse me...
Vampires threaten all of Skyrim. We need your help.
Vampires? Really? Oh, and I suppose now he remembers that I proposed no less than 3 different scenarios that involved vampires overrunning the population. Well, what are they up to?
They have an Elder Scroll.
Well, that's actually something I never would have anticipated. Interesting. I'm not sure what they would do with one, but in this case, Isran is probably correct in thinking it isn't good. All right. If nothing else, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to learn more about what's going on so I can better defend myself. But I'm not just going to abandon what I've been working on here. It's too useful. I need at least one intact dwarven gyro. So either I need to find the satchel those mud crabs stole, or I need another gyro from someplace. You wouldn't happen to have one, would you?
All the ones I've seen, I've just left. Do you really need to do this?
I'm sorry, but I'm not about to do that without at least a single gyro to show for my efforts.
Isran and I do still need your help.
I understand that, but I really can't leave here without at least one usable piece of dwarven equipment. A single gyro would be enough, I think. Believe me, this is useful stuff.
Then I will go look for one.
Farewell.
She mentioned something about mud crabs. There were a few near the shore. Time to slaughter. Or not. Stupid girl. It's not even that far from her camp. Ugh. Soreen.
What would mud crabs want with my sack? I understand that, but I really can't leave here without at least one usable piece of... A single gyro would be enough, I think. Believe me, this is useful stuff.
Here, I found your gyros.
Thank you. It's not much, but this will help a great deal with some things I've been researching. Now, where is it Isran expects me to go?
We're meeting at Fort Dawnguard.
Ah, been working more on his secret hideout, has he? It'll be interesting to see how much progress he's made. I'll finish up here and head in that direction as soon as I can. See you there. Until next time.
Now to find the Beast Man. Excuse me, Mr. Gunmar.
Mind yourself. There's a vicious bear on the loose. You there! Hold fast! I've tracked this damned bear for 2 weeks. I'll not let it have any more victims.
Isran needs your help.
Isran needing someone else's help. Never thought I'd hear that. I'm afraid he's a few years too late. I've moved on. I have more important business to attend to. Besides, he can handle anything alone. He assured me so himself. What could he possibly need my help with?
We are against vampires.
Vampires? That... well, that might change things. Tell me more about what's going on.
We're not sure, but they have an Elder Scroll.
By the 8th. Alright, look. I'll consider it. But I can't just leave this bear to prey on more innocent people. Once it's dealt with, then perhaps I'll see what Isran expects of me.
Then let's kill a bear. Is that a troll?
Don't know how well I'd have managed by myself. You have my thanks. You've helped me, so I suppose the least I can do is find out what Isran wants. He's still at that fort near Stendar's beacon, I assume.
Yes, he is at Fort Dawnguard.
Of course he did. He's been working on that place for years now. Never lets anyone in. His own little fortress. Well, I guess I'll get to see what he's been up to all this time. I'll meet you there.
Very well. We return to Fort Dawnguard. Well now, these fortifications were built quite quickly. I take it he's assuming that we are going to be attacked again. It's Anubis. I'm here to see Isran.
All right, Isran. You've got us all here. Now what do you want?
Hold it right there.
What are you doing?
Making sure you're not vampires. Can't be too careful.
So welcome to Fort Dawnguard. I'm sure you've heard a bit of what we're up against. Powerful vampires, unlike anything we've seen before. And they have an Elder Scroll. If anyone is going to stand in their way, it's going to be us.
This is all well and good, but do we actually know anything about what they're doing? What do we do now?
We'll get to that. For now, get acquainted with the space. Soreen, you'll find room to start your tinkering on that crossbow design you've been working on. Gunmar, there's an area large enough for you to pen up some trolls. Get them armored up and ready for use. In the meantime, we're going to get to the bottom of why a vampire showed up here looking for you. Let's go have a little chat with it, shall we?
A vampire?
Cozy little place, isn't this?
Serana. What is
How do
she
you
up
feel?
to?
I think you might be sick.
So let's hear it.
Well, it looks like you haven't gotten to work on her
Probably
yet.
weren't expecting to see me again.
Serana. What brings you here?
I'd rather not be here either, but I needed to talk to you. It's important, so please just listen, before your friend here loses his patience. Well, it's about me, and the Elder Scroll that was buried with me.
What about the scroll?
The reason I had it, and why I was down there. It all comes back to my father. I'm guessing you figured this part out already, but my father's not exactly a good person, even by vampire standards. He wasn't always like that, though. There was a turn. He stumbled onto this obscure prophecy and just kind of lost himself in it.
What do you mean, lost himself?
He just became absorbed. Obsessed. He was kind of sick, actually. The prophecy said that vampires would no longer need to fear the sun. For someone who fancied himself as vampire royalty, that's pretty seductive. Anyway, my mother and I didn't feel like inviting a war with all of Tamriel, so we tried to stop him. That's why I was sealed away with the scroll.
You took a big risk coming here.
I did. But something about you makes me think I can trust you. I hope I'm not wrong.
You want us to help you?
That was the plan, yes. Assuming the rest of them can trust a vampire. Come on, I'll need you to help convince them.
Isran?
All right, you've heard what it has to say. Now tell me, is there any reason I shouldn't kill this blood-sucking fiend right now?
Because we're going to help her.
Why? Because of that story about the prophecy about some vampire trying to put the sun out?
Do you actually believe any of that?
Why would she risk her life coming here if it wasn't true?
Who knows? Maybe it has a death wish. Maybe it's just insane. I don't really care. It can stay for now. But if it so much as lays a finger on anyone here, I'll hold you responsible. Got it? You hear me? Don't feel like a guest, because you're not. You're a resource. You're an asset. In the meantime, don't make me regret my sudden outburst of tolerance and generosity. Because if you do, your friend here is going to pay for it.
Thank you for your kindness. I'll remember it the next time I'm feeling hungry. So, in case you didn't notice the giant thing on my back, I have the Elder Scroll with me. Whatever it says, it will have something that can help us stop my father. But of course, neither of us can read it.
All right, so who can?
Well, the Moth Priests are the only ones I've heard of who can do it. They spend years preparing before they start reading, though. Not that it helps us anyway, because they're all half a continent away, in Cyrodiil.
Some Imperial scholar arrived in Skyrim a few days ago. I was staking out the road when I saw him pass by. Maybe that's your Moth Priest.
Do you know where he's staying now?
No, and I'm not going to waste men looking. We're fighting a war against your kind, and I intend to win it.
You want to find him? Try talking to anyone who'd meet a traveler. Innkeepers and carriage drivers in the big cities, maybe. But you're on your own.
Any idea how you're going to find a moth priest? Skyrim's a pretty big place.
I have a couple ideas. But where would a moth priest actually go?
Well, back before I... You know. The College of Winterhold was the first place I'd think to go for any kind of magic or historical thing. The wizards know about all kinds of things that people probably shouldn't know about. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to come along with you. I've been really wanting to get out and explore a bit.
Alright. And if he was heading to the college, you just happened to be talking to the Archmage. Let's go.
I knew it would come to this one day. I knew. And no one believed.
Before we go, however, I need to talk to Serene. She might be able to help me with something. Serene, I was wondering if you could help me in acquiring or forging a piece of dwarven armor.